Hey everyone, it's Dr. Andy and Alyssa from Twin Cities Movement. We are doing one more little itty bitty thing about breath work. Today we're going to be covering posture, so different ways that you can play with the breath in order to help your posture. Typically you, I think, would use a wall for this, or at least it would be more challenging to use a wall, but we're going to use the floor because of the limitations of our space. So I'm going to have Alyssa once again lie down on her back, knees bent. So first thing that we're going to do for this particular exercise is we're going to have her, obviously she has her head already on the floor. When you're on the wall, you would want to be able to back your head up against the wall. Now you want to be able to do it without pulling your rib cage up though. So this is something that really helps the upper back joints, essentially loosen them up and help you get out of that thoracic kyphosis, or that forward head posture that everybody loves to talk about. So notice how her chin is relatively neutral and it's not tilted back because Alyssa already has pretty good posture. So it's something that she doesn't really have to work on too much. So she's in this position, and when you're in this position, you would just take some deep breaths abdominally. And as you're exhaling, engage that canister and allow the rib cage to get pushed down with each one. Now this is very similar to a lot of the other breath work that we've covered. It's just specifically for posture in this case, although it's doing all the same stuff that it does with core stability and removing toxins and removing stale air and everything else that breath work does. The nice thing about breath work is it functions to do many different things at one time, including keep us alive, incidentally. Next thing I'm going to have Alyssa do is press her shoulders back into the floor. Now this is a lot harder. Most of us do not have the flexibility in our front to do that. So that's something that of course we all have to work on. And there's some soft tissue work that you can do for that. You're essentially trying to loosen up the pecs, essentially, and probably some of the rotator cuff and some of the other muscles in there. And maybe her upper back is a little bit tight in order to drive that area back a little bit. And then the last thing that we want to do, and this is still same breathing exercises for this, you're just trying to drive your shoulders back. If you need to, you can bring your arms up overhead, just like that. And this is a way that you can kind of increase the ability of the shoulders and the upper back to do this. And then what you would do is as you exhale, you press your arms up and overhead. This is a warm-up that we often do for our shoulders and our upper back in our strength training exercises. You do 5 to 10 of these. I love doing these when I have headaches because it really helps. Good. And then the last thing, I'll go ahead and have you relax there. And the last thing that you can do is you're going to change the position of your pelvis. And you would do that by, you can squeeze your butt and that tucks your pelvis, or you can engage your canister, or you can do both, or you can do a combination of them, or you can squeeze your butt and then engage your canister and then release your butt, because you don't want to have to squeeze your butt all the time in order to keep your pelvis in a certain position, but you do want your pelvis to be aligned with your rib cage essentially, and there are a number of different ways to do that, as we said, but breathing in this way is certainly a good way of managing that. So again, keeping the chin pretty neutral here and keeping the shoulders back against the floor as much as you can, and then keeping your pelvis tucked as much as you can so there's really no space underneath her low back. And that's kind of what we're looking for, is a nice flat low back. Not necessarily, I mean, I'm sure there's a curve there, but there's tissue underneath it, so I can't wedge my hand there. So that's what we're looking for, and you can do this as a way to again, mitigate pain, as a way to improve posture. You can do it a few times a day, a couple times a day. When it gets easier to do it on the floor, move against a wall or just start against a wall. Either way, if you feel like you need help working on your posture, this is a really good way to start. So go ahead and follow us on Instagram if you would like to know more information about breathing or posture or pain relief. And yeah, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks again for watching.